Hello, this is Colin Dixon with nScreen Media, and I'm sat with Ken Brueck, who is Chief Marketing Officer with upLynk. Now, Ken, you have some very cool news today about Disney and ABC, Watch ABC. You're extending your relationship. You're already working with Disney on the Watch apps, and now you're doing Watch ABC. So tell us what's going on there.
Sure. So the ABC player has traditionally just been an on-demand play where users could go on and see full episodic content. And that's great, but the problem is that still leaves out a lot of demand for things like local news, live sports. And so the Watch ABC app is becoming much more like the Watch Disney apps, where users can log on, they can see both on-demand and live linear content. What's exciting about this and what's so different from the other Watch Disney apps is this is local content. So users that log in are able to see their actual local news, the local sports, all of those things that they're used to seeing on television, but on their mobile devices.
So now there are some pretty unique features of this that are different to the Disney Watch apps, and I suppose the most interesting feature that's different is all of the ads from the traditional broadcast stream are going to be replaced, right?
That's right. So the end result for a user is still very TV-like. They just see content and then it goes to an ad break and they see several ads and then back to content. But if they were to hold it up to their TV and compare the two, they'd notice that they were getting different ads. And then if they were to hold up their iPad next to somebody else's iPad watching the same stream, even those two would be getting different ads. This is pretty significant, of course, because this is the first time we've seen something like this, especially at the affiliate level. So there's a lot of moving parts going on, but the important part is the end result. As far as the content owners are concerned, it's really easy to develop those apps. The user experience is phenomenal. It's basically TV on your iPad.
So these ads sounds like they're highly targeted as well.
Yeah, they are as targeted as the campaigns can handle. So it's pretty powerful stuff.
Now, this of course is an affiliate deal, right? Where what we're actually doing, what ABC is actually doing here is when you click the live button in the Watch app, what you're going to pick up is your local affiliate feed, basically, if it's supported. And of course, Hearst has already signed up with 13 stations, so there'll be a whole bunch of markets that come from that, and we expect more to be added. But what that means is that each local feed has to be converted for use in the application. So tell us a little bit about what needs to be in that local affiliates offices, if you like, to provide the feed.
Definitely. This piece, as far as the deployment goes, is what really enables an affiliate to be able to do this. I mean, live linear streaming has been around for quite some time, but it hasn't been affordable at the point where an affiliate could afford it. I mean, it's just been too expensive before. What the upLynk technology requires is pretty simple. Since all of our encoding is done in the cloud, there's no need for an affiliate to purchase hardware encoders, which is traditionally a very high CapEx. And so what upLynk does instead is we rely on software to deliver the video to the cloud for encoding. So typically for an affiliate, that means running just off-the-shelf commodity hardware at their facility with our software running on it. So we're not selling the boxes or anything like that. It's just commodity stuff. But they provision the box, put our software on it, plug it into their broadcast infrastructure, and the rest just kind of works automatically. A big important piece of this is that we're reusing the existing broadcast infrastructure. So a lot of solutions will say, all right, well, you've got your workflow for doing your broadcast feed that goes up to, over the air or satellite or whatever, but then you also need to duplicate some of that hardware to do a second stream online. We don't like that approach because it's expensive, especially with live linear being very much in an experimental phase where people are learning about it. They need to be able to make changes quickly, get in with low barrier to entries, low cost, all those things. So we make it simple for them to use their existing broadcast infrastructure. They essentially fork the feed that was once going to over-the-air equipment. They now fork it to go to our software. We take their existing feed and then we make it trivial to replace content when they don't have rights to perhaps transmit that over the internet, as well as replacing all the ads. So the end result is maybe $1,000 worth of hardware on site, and that's it to get going. So it's very scalable from that standpoint when you're looking at a multi-affiliate deployment nationwide.
So let's talk about the scalability from the point of view of the web itself. One of the biggest problems I think for live broadcasting is anticipating demand. So you'll see some regular growth in demand, I suppose, if you're being successful online. But one of the biggest problems is a breaking news story can cause a huge spike. How are you helping ABC cope with those spikes?
It's a great question. So part of the uplynk service involves managing the CDN for our customers. So we do a lot of things to preemptively attack those problems. We're monitoring all of the trends in traffic, and our system is entirely built to be able to scale on demand as quickly as possible. When we first launched the Watch Disney apps with Disney almost a year ago, our traffic tripled, quadrupled overnight. And that was a really great test of our infrastructure because everything just scaled up. We didn't really have to do anything. We didn't have to provision anything new because all of the instances for CMS, for our key servers, everything just ramped up as it should be. So from our standpoint, when we have a big launch like this, it's more of an all hands on just to monitor the system and ensure that it's doing what it's been designed to do.
Great. So so they're recruiting cloud resources during the peaks, and do they have to sign up for sort of a basic level, and then they just pay for the peaks? How does that work?
This is a beautiful part. So our business model is very simple. We only charge for hours of content encoded, stored, and streamed. So anything else that needs to happen in terms of redundancy or spinning up things is all transparent to our customers. And so when a customer like ABC, for example, starts hitting peak, all that is just adding more hours that they're streaming. And so the business model just scales based on usage. They don't have to sign a special contract for that or anything. Our small customers and our big customers all get the same level of service.
That's great. I want to thank you, Ken. This has been great. I can't wait to get the Watch app in my area, although I don't think California's at least on the initial list. At least not the Bay Area, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. So congratulations, this is great news.
Thanks so much, Colin.